Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Eden Crafters. Well, at the end of the last episode, we found ourselves a whole bunch of graphene somewhere up here, very close to the base. So we're going to get into all that carbon stuff shortly. We've also unlocked a heck of a lot of things like trains, which I don't know if I'm going to use yet. I'm not sure, maybe we will. The material analyzer needs osmium ore and osmium ingots, 100 of each. So we're going to get that sorted out. And we're going to carry on with the terraformation, because our planet analyzer says that we need to build reinforced compartments with 5 data centers to unlock the next level. And for those reinforced compartments, we need steel, and steel comes from graphene and carbon. So we can finally get that done and maybe get our electronics factory up over on that side. We have a steamroller now, and I've got the ceramics so we can make the tires or the wheels. So yeah, it looks like we'll progress pretty well in this episode. Lots to do, let's get stuck in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in my ship, which is a bit of a lowrider today. Weird. Yep, it's fine, it works. We're going to head out to our facility over on this side, because I spotted an osmium node, and it's right behind our warehouse. So, oh, hello. So we'll sit down over here. Extreme temperatures, eh? Oh well. I think maybe what I'll do is set up a compartment just there. Oh gosh, it's too hot in this area. That's very strange. I felt like we could walk around here yesterday. Alright, I'll park over here. Yeah, it's something's not working properly. Okay, we'll get some cooling in. It's going to be painful, but we do need to get it in. So we'll throw a bunch of these in, and that'll add to our power grid anyway, so it's all good. Temperature's coming down a bit. Does that mean it's hot everywhere here? Can't be. Yeah, there's something's gone wrong. Anyway, it's one of those things, we'll get through it. Eventually we're going to cool this whole place down anyway. So, what's our temperature like over here? 57. Is that going to be okay? It is. Superb. So let's get our drone out. And the first thing we're going to do is drop a miner in. Now, where are we going to put this stuff? Thinking we'll go in this direction. There was a question in the comments regarding the number of miners you can put on a node. You can only put one miner on a node, but the rock deposits are different. You can have more than one. And if you've got a really big deposit, like the phosphate rocks or the large rocks or the graphene, you can have multiple. You're only limited by the size of the rocks, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to need a forge. So if we rotate that around and put it in, we can connect that into there. This is producing 60 per minute. This one for osmium is 30 per minute. So I could actually have split this. And before it's too late, maybe I'll do that. So let's get the conveyor splitter in here first. I actually want the... Oh, this is already built up. I need 100 of these, so let's grab those. And if I grab myself 2 stacks, that's 100. Let's just sort this. And then I can do the forges. So one there and one there. Well, those in. And for now, we'll merge them and just put them into a box. Although, do we have a port available over here? Yes, we do. I went the wrong way, but I can bring it around that side. And then we'll have osmium ingots. So let's do the merger this way. And we'll shove the belts in. And then drag a belt around the corner. So straight. And we have a nice, neat belt. Just going in to there. Perfect. Now, actually, I'm making a small mistake. I'd like to just pause this for a moment so I can collect the 100. So we'll just take that out. And that. We'll let that back up for us for a minute. Right, and with that, I have 100 ingots. And I can reconnect this belt. Right there, and that will send the osmium into storage. Perfect. So, not much more I can do around here. Let's hop in the ship and we'll move over to somewhere else. So, I had a... Oh, hello. Where am I going? There's like a big lake in the middle of this one. Alright, and we are home. So, let's go and do that research and see what we have to find next. Right, that's done. Conveyor belt version 3. Advanced miner version 2, tunnel drill, geothermal plant. Now there's a lot of stuff that we aren't making to be able to build those geothermal plants, but when we do start making them, they are going to up the power a heck of a lot. So yeah, we're pretty much making nothing that they need. Lots of osmium stuff. But now we have to get into the graphene so that we're able to make steel. So we're going to hop up here and go and see if we can find... You're kidding, that can't be it, surely. Hang on. Is this the graphene? Oh, wow. That's not good. Jeepers. How the heck are you going to work with this lot? And it's not like you can level the ground, because as soon as you put a bulldozer down and try and change it, these are going to disappear. Let's see if there's access from the other side. Holy cow, it's sheer cliffs that you struggle to climb. Okay, there we go. We're up. Okay. Well, I could work in this little area over here with it. I have an iron deposit just around that side somewhere. But heck, how the heck do you get that out? So we're going to have hovering miners, and I'm going to have a few of them. I think 5 will do for now. Wow, that's awful. Actually, what the heck was I doing down here with this copper? Oh, absolutely nothing. Oh, I got a box down here. So this area is the area we're going to work with, and I think we need to do a little bit of fixing up, because it's going to be horrible to try and work in that area. Let's go and get ourselves a steamroller. Hydraulic pistons, 4 wheels for controller 1. Hydraulic pistons. Wait, why are my rubber belt? I'm not storing rubber belts. All right, I don't really need them for much. We don't need many hydraulic pistons, if I remember. I could be wrong. Maybe I do need to set up a rubber belt facility somewhere. Anyway, we only need 4, and that will be no problem. So there's the 4 hydraulic pistons. 4 wheels, easy. Okay, those are done, and a controller. Good, we have everything. Let's head out. I feel like I should make that tunnel. Yeah, this, even though it's really close to the starting location, it's not an easy place to get around to. All right, well, we are here now, so we'll take it from the same level as our compartment is in. That should give us enough space. And we'll put the steamroller down, and I'm going to need a battery or 2 for that. I think I'm just going to swap it out of the plane, because we will get to better energy cells later. Oh wait, I know what I was doing with that copper. I brought it through the mountain. That's why I couldn't see the belt. Okay, we load a battery, and we can load a second one. That'll keep us going for a bit. And now, make it as big as possible and start. Let's level this place out. And night has fallen. I need food. I've got lots of food. I'll eat another one. Wait, why can't I eat? I'm full. Okay, this area should be big enough. See if I can chop a little bit more out here, and I'll just park my car, because now we've got to figure a few things out, like it's the best way to get 5 belts of graphene from there down to here somewhere. I'm going to start with the closest one, and I'm going to bring it down this way. So I'll put it up about there, and then the next one is going to come down next to that to there. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do with all of them. I'm just going to bring them down to here first, and then we will sort out getting them to the bottom. So that one there. Oh, and I am low on oxygen. So let me get this last one in and shoot down to this box. Man, I'm looking forward to the jetpack. All right, back into it. So we've got a flat surface, so we shouldn't have a problem lining these ones up and making them look somewhat decent. So we'll bring them, and I can't see what's happening exactly, but yep, to there. Well, that's fine, it worked. And then all of the others down as well. And I keep forgetting that I've got a drone that I could use. Man, would have made things a lot faster. And that is the last one. There we go. 5 belts of graphene or graphite. But now in order to do something with that, we need the carbon refiner, and the carbon refiner uses 200 liters per second of water. That means 4 of these water extractors for each one of these machines. So if we have a look at all the recipes, we're going to need to do carbon nanotube, graphite rods, carbon fiber, advanced filters, and then steel alloy. Now we only need 4 of the carbon refiners, because this one's actually done in an alloy forge, the steel alloy. So let's see how we're going to lay these out that will work. And we'll try and space between them it'll give us 5 products, which will go into a warehouse somewhere out this way. So the first carbon refiner, we can bring in, we can give it some space. Bring it in over here, get a hub. We'll need 2 hubs. And if I put them like this, we can have the machines closer together. So we'll do that. So water extractors, 1, 2, turn that, 3 and 4. And then it's all the pipes. So pipe that and that and that, connect them all together. And now we've got 100% of each. This one I'm going to make the advanced filters. And all I have to do is take this belt and put it in there. Perfect. Now I'm already seeing that I'm going to be having a bit of a problem with space. That is quite a big setup. Although I could have put those pumps a bit closer since I made the ground flat. So let's do this. We'll start with the water setup. So there. Then we'll grab the hub. And we can make this even a little bit closer as well. I think those belts should connect. Yeah, they're fine. So it looks like about 2.5 blocks should be good. Those are all connected, and now I just need to grab this machine and try and be good with the space and connect that into there. And this one is going to be carbon fiber, and then I need to bring a belt in. So I'm going to bring this belt over this way, as close to this as possible, and then in. So that's 2. And then I need to do 2 more setups like this. Right, these are all done. I'm going to set this one to be graphite rods, and this one will be carbon nanotubes, and I need to bring those belts in. So we'll bring them in tight, like, oh, darn thing moved at the last minute. So to there and to there. I've broken the ground again. And this one goes into there. Perfect. Right, now we have another little challenge because I have to get iron over here. So let's go and organize our air. Right, air is done. We're going to shoot over the top of this mountain and see if we can find that iron node. It's there. I just want to see how close it is. Oof, it's not that close. It's way over there. Well, it's going to be a long conveyor. Unless there's a closer iron, the answer to that is no. So yeah, that's the iron we're fetching. Wait, there's iron over there. That might actually be easier to get to. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's much easier. Yep, always check the map first. And while I'm up here, I think I'll drop a few geothermal units in. That'll help with the temperature as well. There you go. Now our temperature is good. So, quick run over to that side. Before I do that, let's get the setup going. First of all, where are we going to put the warehouse? I think we put the warehouse over here. We go to the map. Yeah, there aren't any nodes. Nothing seriously important in this area. Man, I need to make circuit boards. I've got to make this a T2 warehouse. We got to get our first T2. Man, I don't really feel like running all the way to base. Let's get rid of this piece of cobalt. I'm just going to pop an assembler in this one. Right, so assembly bench, and we'll put this over there. I wonder what the view would look like from here. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so we need 30 circuit boards. No problem. I'm going to make a few more than that. Yes, we have the circuit boards. I'm going to hop in the steamroller very quickly. I'm just going to carve a dent in there, somewhere around where the middle of it will be, so we can set it back a little bit. All right, and that should be fine. Move this out of the way, and then let's have a look. T2 warehouse. I'm going to have it set back in like this. That should be good. Yep, we'll have to do a little bit of belt winding, but that's fine. That goes in there. It's going to chop the ground out. We are sorted. Now I have all this space over here that I could do a carbon fiber. And for that, I need the alloy refinery, the alloy forge. I have everything that I need to make an alloy forge, but that needs 300 liters of water, so that's 6 of the water pumps. But before I do that, I think I'm going to connect I don't actually have all the space to work with. I'm going to connect up the belts, and then I won't have the space. And then I'll be able to see what space I actually have. Oh, man. I stuffed that up. I'm just trying to see what the best way is to do that, because I've got my graphene belt over here. So if I bring this out, and I'm just too far away, I think what I might do is just elevate this belt. All right, let's carry on with this. That one is supposed to go there. That to there. this one into 4, and this one we're going to need to jig it, bring it across. Yeah, I could have definitely done this better. I'm going to be making some changes. I've got to do something with the space. So if I have that one going to there and then in, I'm going to cut these back. This one I will bring in, bring it in that way, turn it like that, and bring it through. And then this one we can bring through this way, and I need oxygen. That compartment is just too far away to connect into the warehouse, and you don't get oxygen in the vehicle. Okay, I'm all fixed again. So we'll bring this one through, it'll come in here tightly snug and through to this little spot over there, and then the last one can come through. Now I could have made that even tighter, but it's fine, and that will go to there. So now I do need to bring this last belt, and you know, I could have done this differently, but no, it's actually fine like this. I just need to find a way to get this belt over to that side, and I need to get myself closer to that. So let's see, if we cut this one back a little bit, that was a lot. I didn't want to go that far back. I'm going to see if I can bring it through to here. So building, we'll get the asphalt again, and let's see, we bring this up about that much, and we do the same over here. Oh, this is going to need to, yeah, that's fine. And then we come over here, line this up nicely, and we should be able to make this belt relatively neat. So if we bring that down, connect it into there. Perfect. Connect this one up to there, and that one over to there, and then we can bring it down to ground. Just like that. Excellent. Then we need to bring that iron in. So let me go for a walk. Actually, let's use our steamroller, and we can make a nice path. You don't need to worry too much about nodes. If you level the ground like this one, you'll see it'll just drop to the level that you've created. The rock elements are not as good. Yeah, they will disappear if you go anywhere near them with the steamroller. So this is what we're doing. And we've got heat out here again, but it's okay. We're not doing too much. Although I do need to just check the recipe. It uses ingots. Good. So that means, oh, hang on. 2 ingots, 2 graphene. Not sure exactly how many I'm making, but I think maybe 1 forge should be enough. So let's put a forge in and belt it in. And then this belt is going to need to tie up with the end of that belt. So let's try and line this up a little bit. I think, oh, that is the line. Super. Let's go. All right, I think I've sorted that out. So I'll come and stand over here, and then we'll go and get that belt and bring that straight through. If I go Alt, damn, it's slightly off. That's okay. Not a problem at all. So the alloy forge can go down. Let's put it around there, and I can actually delete this piece of belt because that input is elevated. So I can just go straight in like that. Yep. It's a bit wavy, but it's fine. Okay, that one can go. I think maybe I'll bring it to there and then ramp it up. Oh no, I messed that up a bit. Yep, I'll just bring it up to there. So now this needs water, and it needs 300. And that means, hang on, how's our power looking? We are using a lot of power now. I'm just going to get back in the box for a sec, and then we can have a look at the power situation. Yep, we don't have enough. It's close, but we don't have enough. So, more of these. Well, I suppose I could start using large solar panels. I have the batteries. Oh, why not? Let's put a couple of them down, and then we can hop in here and make some battery cells. And I'll just do 3 batteries. Good, that is everything that we need. So, maybe I'll put another solar panel in, just for kicks, and then the batteries, we'll just put them right next to each other over here, out of the way. And now if we look at the map, we are good on power, and the batteries are charging. Those batteries won't last long though, but that's fine. We are good. So now I need to sort out the water. And this is elevated, so I can't be too close. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do the right spacing. I think that should be good. And then another one like that. And then we can plug all of this in. just like that, and the water extractor. So we need 6 of them, and we'll line them up just like that, and do the same on the other side. And now all we need to do to get that production running is plug all of these in and set the recipe to steel alloy. And I'm going to be too far away, so let me get a little closer. We'll stand over here, and then I'll bring the belts through. And that is that. Now we still have one more thing that we need to do with graphene, and that involves a bigger process. Let me remind myself. Yeah, the reinforced frame. We actually need iron beams and carbon fiber. So that'll come, but it's going to come later. I'm going to need to find more graphene somewhere close to a couple of iron nodes. Oh, there you go. We have our carbon factory. Perfect. Let me go get my car, because we're probably going to need it. We will remove the batteries, put them back into our spaceship so they can charge, and take the vehicle apart. Cool. Batteries are loaded back in the spaceship, and they're charging up. Good. We can head through. Need to remember why I was doing the carbon, but phosphorus. Yes, let's analyze. Gold alloy, quantum processor, gem cutter, and there's the jetpack, and the ship engine. And we have the cargo spaceship as well. Very good. So we have steel alloy, and the steel alloy, actually we needed it for the super hot areas. Now I don't know if that qualifies as a super hot area over there, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to get some cooling on, because we have these and I can make, let's make 2 cooling modules. Those are made. I don't know if I've got the extra slots. There we go. So we can shove the cooling modules. I don't think we're going to need warming modules, so we can use both of those slots full time. Now for the engines, we need, let's have a look. For the jetpack, we need 2 ship engines. So we also need that, which I can make. How many? 1 AI chip. All right, well, let's make it. And let's see how we can do fast rotors. We've got everything. We don't have gear assemblies or gold wiring. So we need 8 gear assemblies and 12 gold wiring. The 12 gold wiring are no problem. Gear assemblies also no problem. So let's queue up 8 of those. Those are done, and we'll need 12 gold wiring, and those are queued up. Awesome. That should mean that we can make 4 fast rotors. Wait a minute, what happened to my gold wiring? Oh, each of these needs 6 gold wiring. Oh, I didn't count that right. And now that we have gold wiring, I need 3 more of these. Hopefully I can do them. Not enough assembly. What the heck was I looking at? I'm crafting a ship engine so I can see what I've got left. Okay, so I've got 1 ship engine. I thought I had made enough gear assemblies. I made enough for 2, not 4. All right, well, is that going to be enough for the last 2? Well, I didn't check before I clicked it, so we just hope. Yep, it will be. And then I can do the ship engine. And the jetpack. Finally. Good, we have the jetpack that can go in, and that is going to allow us to get around a lot faster. Oh yeah, look at that. So much speed. It's fantastic. So now we can go anywhere on this map pretty much, because we have cooling protection. And that means a little trip over to where we are going to start finally making circuit boards and computers. Batteries are fully charged. Let's hop in and off we go. So there's going to be a big chunk of this mountain removed. I need to bring everything down to about this level that I'm on. Oh, and I do need to eat. Right, so quartz is over there. Copper is over here. This is where I need to do the facility. I can expand out a little bit towards the shore, but let's rebuild our steamroller and go and grab a couple of batteries out of the ship. Always leave 1 in there just so that if I do run out of batteries on this, I can get my ship back to the base. Right, those are in. And steamroll. So I'm going to bring this fairly far back. Yeah, and I'm going to flatten this area out. Once I'm done, I'll be back with you. Right, the area has been flattened. Now, I don't know if this qualifies as a super hot area, but I'm going to try and... Oh, we need more insulation layers. All right, well, temporarily, I'll put one of these up. I don't know if it's going to survive. It should. Oh, we will... man, we need iron. Oh, there's some iron. Is there another piece somewhere? Come on, just one single piece of iron ore. That's osmium, gold. Oh, there we go. There's a piece of iron ore. And I can just fly over with my jetpack And we can put down a workbench. No, we can't. Oh, rock. Oh, that's pretty straightforward. Just like that. Now we can put down the workbench. And insulation layers, we can make lots. So I'm going to make a bunch. They are done. So if I come over here and I put down reinforced compartments, I have no idea if this is going to count. But we can extend it, and then these need computers, which I'm currently trying to make. So we'll stick a machine in here. So these are the data centers. So I'm going to need 16 computers, no, 20 computers. Woof, that's going to take a little while because it means I need to make 200 circuit boards by hand. This is ridiculous. I'll make as many computers as I can now. I think that's probably 6. It was taking too long. I got tired of it. Yeah, let's go and make the circuit boards. We'll get them automated, then I don't have to do that. So over here we need to make copper plates, and I'm tempted to put a T2 miner because we've only got 1 copper node and we should have 2. So maybe let's go and get the stuff that we need. Hopefully we have everything that will allow us to make these. Oh gosh, rubber belts. Well, we can make rubber belts. Now let's check the other stuff first. I have everything for the drills. Osmium alloy I don't have for the composite beams. Ah, well, bugger. And for that, we need to find a place where there's osmium and gold in the same place. Well, that sucks. We can't do it. We can't do it right now, so I'm going to have to scale up later. So we'll put a regular miner on this one, just there. And this produces at 90 per minute. I'm going to preemptively put a splitter onto that right there. A couple of forges. So there and there, that in, plug that in, and then one of them is going to need, actually let me just check what the computers need. Yeah, so the computers are going to need cable. Yeah, if we do this right, we should be fine. So parts producers in there, connect those up. This one on this side will be making a copper plate, and this one over here will be making the cable. And we have not plugged this in, so let's get that done. And it's going to be slow because these produce 60 per minute. That means that they actually together need 120, and that's not going to be enough. Now, if we upgrade, I think it doubles it to 180. So yeah, we should be right once we can put the bigger miner on here. And it's easy to upgrade. Then on this side, whoop, I need to come out of my little box. And then we can put a miner over here. Let's see, how's our spacing? We look all right. So we'll put this over there, and then we need a forge. That does 60 per minute, that's fine. The forge can attach to that, and that will give us our silica. So I can put our assembler, I think I'll put it down around about there. And then this belt can come back, and I don't know if I've made a mistake going this close, but yep, we can put that to there, and that should plug in. Perfect. And then we can take the plates out, bring them over, and made a mistake. Placement on belts is pretty important. So I need to end it in line, like there. And then it will go in very nicely. We can set this recipe to be circuit boards, and the circuit boards will start getting made. And then we're going to need to split the circuit boards. So let's grab one of these splitters and put it over here. And we'll need another assembler. And we can turn that one and put it, let's see, put it over there. Now we're going to have a little bit of a windy belt from here to there. That doesn't look too bad. This one can go straight into there. This can be set to make computers. And then I just need to plug this in. And then we need a warehouse. And that means I need circuit boards, 30 of them. Now this is going to produce very slowly. I have everything I need for the warehouse. So let's put it in. And I know that there's nothing that I'm going to destroy by putting this warehouse here. So I'm going to drop it in, like, I'm trying to get things sort of lined up a little bit. Drop that in over there. Right, and then grab the belts. Take the circuit boards into there, and we'll just go straight line for the computers. And there's our first computers. Now, like I said, this is going to produce super slow. It's not efficient at all. But over time, we're not going to be using them all the time, so they'll have a chance to build up a little bit. And then later on I can come and upgrade this miner, and that'll speed things up a little bit. Cool. I think we're done here. I'm not convinced that this is going to be regarded as a high temperature, super hot area. So I might be building this in the wrong place. You know, I just need to wait for those computers and we'll be able to put the data centers in and we'll find out. I think I can already put one in. Yep, there's the first one. Ooh, and I can put a second one in. And now I'm just short of computers. I think I'll hang around, I'll do this, and hopefully that finishes the next task. Yes, it looks like it's counting. Excellent. Well, I was worried that I might need to go to that area. And that looks like a volcano. Yeah, if we have a look out, it's that. And there's smoke coming out, so that's going to be incredibly hot. Yeah, the computers are getting made slowly. And I was just thinking about it, and it occurred to me that, you know, this miner is putting out 90 per minute, but this belt is only a 60 per minute belt. And we can already do the conveyor 2, which is up to 120. So let's upgrade this one. That'll make this whole system a little bit faster. Good. Now there's 45 per minute each, and not 30 per minute going into the forges. Anyway, let's go and see if we can make any more of these servers. And we can put one over there and one at the back. And we need one more computer. And we have the one computer. So let's go and put the last one in over here. Stage 3 complete. Got the bulldozer. We can now see the large osmium deposits. And we can get a water extractor V2. Now I want to see that one first. What does it produce? 500 liters per second. Well, that's going to be very useful. But for that we need composite beams, and we are not set up with that yet. If we look at the map now, okay, I think it's time I did some traveling. I need to go and put beacons down in different places. There's a gold deposit next to a, what is that? A quartz deposit. Not sure that's helpful. I wonder if this planet is just this one piece of land. Maybe it is. All right, well, let's go and open this place up and see what we can find. Where is that steamroller? Right over here. So batteries are out, and we'll break it down. Pop the batteries back in, and let's go for a little flight. All right, let's look at the map and see the best place to go and put down beacons. I think maybe we'll start on this end. We'll go to there. It looks like a crater of sorts. Yeah, let's do that. And that is where exactly? Somewhere over here. Let me have a look at the map. Just in front of us. Just over this little ridge. And down in the valley. Right, we are over it. So let's see if we can land. Okay, it might be a bit steep over there. Perfect. Look at that. No temperature issues. So we'll put one of these down. And then we'll put an analysis radar next to it. And then have a look at the map. Oh, wow. Look at that. Golden iron. Cobalt. No osmium. Wait, there's osmium. Oh, that's cobalt as well. My gosh. Where's osmium? I did unlock the osmium, but I'm not seeing it yet. So I'm assuming that means I need to have a bit of a restart. Yeah, that's not showing. It's not even showing the osmium mine that I've got. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. And if we have a look at the map. Yep, there we go. Osmium. There's osmium down here. Sulfur. Ooh. That's interesting. Osmium and gold. Right next to each other. That's the spot. Alright, good. That's great. I'm going to go and put another radar down over here. Get that area sorted. So, let's see, that way. Oh, actually, I'm being a bit dumb. While I'm here, I should pull out my rock scanner. We've got basalt, lots of basalt, and only basalt. Alright, well, that's that. Okay, we're going over to that little spot over there. So yeah, this is an island. It's cut off by lava. Would be great if I could find a place with graphene and... Ooh, this is radioactive. Well, I wonder how long I'll last. I forgot to check that. Well, we'll eat, fill up our food, hop out, and very quickly build one of these and one of those, and then hop back in the ship and get out of here before we start taking... Oh no, actually, I need to do that scan. And I'm not taking damage. I accept. Phosphorus, basalt, lots of phosphorus. Man, okay, so no more graphene yet. Let's get out of here very quickly before it does actually start hurting. Right, we'll have a look at the map. Where shall we go? I think probably right there. That looks like a good spot. Alright, I think we have reached the place. And we'll land. Ooh, not level, but what can you do? Just don't fall off. Let me do this first so I don't forget. We got more basalt. We got graphene. Oh, ooh, map. Yeah, there's graphene over there. Now, I could just switch them all off and just look for graphene. I thought there would be graphene a little closer. That can't be all the graphene. There were more than that. Oh, no, there we go. There's more graphene over there. If I link it up... I think I found the spot that I can make catalytic converters. Perfect. And if we add iron in... Nope, there's no iron over here. Okay, well, let's just select all again. And then just somewhere... And then just somewhere over here... Oh, is that a cave? There's a cave. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to go in there. We look at the map. No, it's not a cave. Oh, of course, I didn't have the radar down, so obviously I wouldn't have seen the iron. Let's go have a look at the map now. Well, there's iron, but it's not close to any graphene. Let's just try that again and see how many pieces there were. There were 2. Okay, so it's just the 2 graphene in this range, and it's those 2 there. I might need to bring some across because there's iron. There's 2 iron deposits here that I could use to make beams and have a facility somewhere around where I am. There's no gold here. There's a lot of cobalt. There's osmium. You know, I might need to think about this. Maybe I can use this iron and the graphene to make the catalyst. No, what did I need that for? To make the gear assemblies. That I just needed gears for. And then the composite beams need the iron beams and the osmium alloy. Oh, right, osmium alloy. That's just osmium ingots, so that's easy. This one, on the other hand, I need to find a place where there's lots of gold, lots of osmium, and lots of iron, all in the same place. Alright, well, I'll make my way back up to the plane and we'll see if we can find anything like that. Maybe go and do a scan of the big island, the volcano. Let's go and have our first look at that. I haven't got scanning going on down here or down there, I don't think. Alright, but we're going over there. That looks pretty rough. Oh yeah, very, very rough. There's lava all over this thing. Ooh, extreme temperatures. It just automatically turned me around. Okay, so we can't go there yet. My batteries are running a little low, so let's head home. And we'll just cruise through these valleys. I'm going to do a quick stop over here and just hop out and just do a rock scan and see if we can find anything. There, oh, okay, so that'll be the 4 graphenes that we've got. We've already found those. Well, we got rubies. Alright, let's go home. And we are back. Awesome. Let's go and see what the next unlock is over here. It's rubies, and I need 20 of them. And I have some of them stored away somewhere. There we go. So let's get that done. We've got the advanced assembler. We've got the conveyor sorter. That's pretty cool. And the advanced miner 3. These things are way ahead of what I need. And the warming units, I don't need that anyway. And we can have a look at our next task. That is, in the cooler regions, shallow water pockets have been detected. Oh, okay. Man, I was just down there. Use a bulldozer to form lakes that will help nearby flora flourish. Okay, and we've got to do it in 2 spots. Fine, are those marked on our map? They are not, but I think it's down here. So I need a bulldozer. And there's the bulldozer. I have everything I need for it. I need to kind of mark that spot. There are 3 places I could go, but that one is radioactive. We only need to do 2. Use the bulldozer to form lakes. So we need to dig. And that's going to unlock a cryostorm tower. Captures high altitude cold hydrogen, then injects it underground to cool volcanic zones and prepare for the next steps. And there's the water pump version 2 that pumps water out of... Okay, so we need to go here somewhere. So back in the ship and off we go. And this is probably where we're going to do it. Yeah? I would think that looks like a low point. So let's hop down. There are nodes here though, and they're pretty nice nodes too. Oh, it'd be a terrible thing to lose them. Okay, this looks low. How big do we need to make these lakes? Bulldozer. Put it down like that. Oh, I'm going to need to grab a battery. Man, why'd I park so far away? Yeah, not sure how much we're going to do. If I need another battery, I'll come back for it. So, we slap the battery in, we hop in, and then... Ooh, okay. Oh, there's water. Look at that. Oh, dear. How do I get out of here? Hey, we found water. Cool, and it's not rising. Oh, that's going to be handy in case I need water for what I'm building over here. Hold on, let's have a look at the task. Yep, oh, that's all I needed to do. All right, cool. We'll get out, remove the battery. I don't think you have to remove the battery before you break it down. And then I will jetpack back up to the ship. And let's look at the map and see where the next spot is. Was it in this area, maybe? So, we look at the planet analyzer. That's the area there. So, southeast of that Lake Point. Sorry, southwest. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Okay, so I'm going to mark that location. Well, I found iron, osmium, and gold. Oh, that's sulfur. Wait, that's gold. That's fairly close together. Here's another iron. It's going to be a widespread factory, that one. There's only one iron node over here. Yeah, that's not going to help us a lot. No, maybe it will. Gold and osmium there as well. Let's head to that next spot, and we'll see what comes next. Oh, look at this. This is a cool place to fly. Yeah, you can just follow the river of molten rock. Alright, we got to get out of here. Oh wait, I think I am close. Yep, right here. I see low spots. There's a low spot. There's already water there. Oh, that makes it easy. Alright, so let's hop over here, pull out our bulldozer. Wait, where did I see that water? Oh, there. Look at that. So we'll do this, pop a battery in, and was that not enough? Nope, that wasn't enough. Ah, there we go, that's enough. Okay, let's get this nicely fixed up. And now we're going to be able to build the cryostorm tower. Oops, that's not a good parking spot. And I'm pretty sure that's going to have a lot of stuff in it that we don't have access to yet. So build menu, there's the cryostorm tower. Oh, it's not too bad. And the insulation layers we could automate very easily. Thermal regulators, maybe not so easy. Ruby and ceramic. Well, we just have to find a ruby node close to a quartz node. But if we go to the map, yep, it's not oh wait, hold on, it is there. There's ruby. Any more? There's some down here. And there's some over there. Alright, well, we can see the ruby. But I'm not seeing anything very close to quartz. I mean, this is probably the closest. Still a long way. But we do have... Yeah, maybe we'll work in this spot. Yeah, this might be good, because then we can make the osmium alloy here as well in one facility. We'll bring the ruby up, we'll bring the quartz in. We don't really need the cobalt. Oh, that's pretty good. I think we could do that. But that's going to... Well, we're in the ground. But that's going to be for the next time. I don't think that there's anything more that I can do here. So I'm going to head back to my base and see if I can nail a good landing. There we go. Nicely landed. Okay, so that is pretty much where we are. The next thing that we're going to need to unlock is amethyst. Okay, and we haven't seen amethyst at all yet. And I need 25 pieces. But if I remember right, amethyst is normally in a hot area. So, well, this whole place is hot, so we should have run into some amethyst at least on the ground. Maybe not. We'll find it. But we did pretty well. So if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. This valley is going to look very, very different soon. I think those cryo towers are probably the mega structures. And then we also need to work towards getting the geothermal plants, because let's just check the numbers. This needs 900 megawatts. One cryo tower. Actually, I'll have to go and check how many we need. But yeah, a geothermal plant will work. But that means that we need to get all of those other things sorted out. The osmium drill, no problem. Composite beam, tricky. Plated connectors, I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. I think it's like gold and copper. Yeah, it's just gold ingots and copper ingots to make the plated connectors, so we'll find a spot for that. Anyway, that's for next time. We'll hit all the osmium stuff and sort out the gold as well. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!